It's no secret that Seattle has had growing pains over the last several years, but did you know you can take a hand in making decisions about what happens here? A new book called Citymakers, The Culture and Craft of Practical Urbanism, gives us tools to shape the places we live in rather than just leaving it all to the urban planners. Welcome the author, Cassim Shepard. It's good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
What is a city maker? What do you mean by that?
So Citymakers, to me, I really wrote this book to really try and expand the definition of who has a hand in making our communities better places to live, more sustainable, more beautiful, more dynamic, more appealing. So for me, Citymaker really goes beyond, it includes the professionals, the planners, the architects, the elected officials.
We need them.
But in coalition with a ever-widening base of engaged citizens who really care about their communities and want to take a hand in shaping them.
Well, I think a lot of people think, okay, I can't fight City Hall. I don't understand all of the different plans, some of which are, 20 years long and that sort of thing. So what are some of your practical tips for an ordinary person to weigh in?
So my book, Citymakers, really takes stock of a range of different ways that ordinary citizens have formed coalitions with people who are power brokers. So it's not just citizens doing it on their own, because as we know, that doesn't always lead to the kind of change we want to see.
Right.
But really how to organize and make the demands that neighborhoods have and know their demands best. Nobody knows neighborhoods better than the people who live in them. How to make those known to people who have a chance to affect them. And we're seeing designers, as well as eventually elected officials, too, really taking notice.
Yeah. So some of these ideas took root in New York City, correct?
Correct.
Are they things that we would recognize? Some of the ideas?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the reasons that I think I hope this book gets out there beyond just New York City, where a lot of the stories are based that I tell in the book, is because at the neighborhood level, even though our cities are very, very distinct and have very specific development histories and very specific challenges and opportunities, at the neighborhood level, we're seeing a lot of the same things all across the country and across the world when it comes to things like everything from community gardening. I loved hearing from the gardeners in the last segment.
They were here, and there are lots of little community gardens throughout New York City.
Absolutely, and I loved getting to know a little bit about what's happening here in Seattle too, because I think one of the greatest resources we have in all of our cities is an ever-increasing core of people who really want to engage and want to do things in public space beyond just picnics and walking the dog.
Right.
They want to
And
get
they
their
wanna
hands
do them
dirty.
Exactly.
They want to work together with strangers and create something that, on the one hand, could provide food, on the other hand, might just give you an opportunity to get to know your neighbor in a different way.
Exactly, get to know new people. Let's talk about the Beacon Food Forest. Do you like that?
I love this project, and it wasn't one that I was familiar with before visiting Seattle, but it's the largest, as far as I know, permaculture project on publicly owned land right here in Seattle, where anyone can go and pick some fruit. It's a foraging model, which I think is really important, because we see a lot of interest in community gardens and community harvests all across the country. A movement that really started in Cleveland, actually, that people don't necessarily realize, that is now spread all over the country. They had a lot of vacant land and a lot of people with farming know-how who said, we don't have good enough food stores, so we really need to take matters into our own hands. Now, what I love about the Beacon Food Forest is it really reminds us that the benefits of gardening and creating agriculture on public land, it's never going to scale up all the way to meet our food needs. It needs to be done, again, in collaboration with better food access in all of our neighborhoods. But it reminds us that there are other benefits, too. It's a way to be in public space with your neighbor. It's a way to really assert your interest in making your neighborhood a better place with public access.
And you don't waste food that you picked yourself, generally.
Exactly.
Elliot Bay Seawall.
I love this. This strikes me as so Seattle.
Tell us what it is.
In a particular way. Well, as far as I understand, in advance of a much bigger waterfront redevelopment that you guys are undertaking, I love the fact that they led with this part of the seawall and really trying to introduce semi-transparent paving to protect the juvenile salmon migration. This is not.
That's us.
That's not a
Seattle.
challenge that we necessarily have in New York City, trying to protect the salmon migration. Although I think that attention to the fact that infrastructure, which we need to invest in all across the board, from our big infrastructure like bridges and roadways, to our smaller public spaces as an infrastructure, really need to meet multiple needs, right? We can't just think about a bridge as only being about cars. We can't think about a street as only being about, pedestrian access or a sidewalk.
It's the environment, it's people,
exactly.
It's the
and
whole,
it's animals, and it's habitats too. So I think that project really sets a good precedent for hopefully a redevelopment of your whole seafront that will take into account the need for more public space and public access, but also other kinds of needs for recreation, for infrastructure, for stormwater. maintenance and management, which is going to be incredibly important as you guys get even more and more rain.
Yep. And I know we are working on that. Chop House Row.
I think Seattle has a really interesting series of models around how to really adaptively reuse some of your beautiful old manufacturing building stock and turn it into mixed-use retail with residential. This is something a lot of cities want. Everybody knows that downtown revitalizations all across the country have really relied on people wanting to be in places, and sometimes it means that not all the stores are going to hit the same rents. That, I mean, as you guys know better than me, your rents have been rising so high, but I think we need developers who understand you need a nice experience, otherwise it's all going to be cell phone shops and banks, and that's
that sounds like a nightmare. And so the book also just talks about ways to do all of these things ethically, and that means that we have to think about it and be involved in it, all of us, and the book is a good way to start. Thank you so much. Cassim holds a book talk and signing tonight at 5 at Peter Miller Architecture and Design Books in Seattle, and those details are on our homepage for you. Up next, an easy way to whiten your teeth in just a few days. Back after this. Thank you.